We welcome you in live to the Hercules Tires 2022 MAAC Basketball Championships, our first of 3 straight first-round matchups here on Tuesday night. 9th-seeded Rider and 8th-seeded Manhattan. It is a busy night here at Jim Whalen Boardwalk Hall. The winner of our first game here on Tuesday has a matchup with top-seeded Iona coming up. We welcome you into ESPN College Basketball, everyone, with Steve Egging. I'm Eddie Acapinti, and welcome in to the Hercules Tires MAAC Basketball Championship. Steve, postseason basketball, it's the best time of the year.
Hey, we have 2 very, very talented teams tonight. Manhattan likes to get out in transition, pressure you, turn the basketball over. Ryder is also very, very well balanced offensively, led by Demencio Vaughn. We should have a great one tonight, Eddie.
And you lead right into our 2 impact players. As first, we'll take a look at the super talented Bronc, all-conference honoree, Demencio Vaughn.
And Demencio Vaughn has had a great career for the Bronx. He's averaging 12.5 points per game, shoots 41% from the field. He's also great mid-range, 15 to 17 feet. He can knock that shot down as well. He also leads the MAAC in steals, just under 2 per game.
A multifaceted, talented player, as is our Jasper Impact player, Jose Perez.
Yeah, Jose Perez has been terrific all season long. He averages 19 points per game. That's tops in the MAAC. He's also second in assists, so he gives up the rock as well. Perez needs to come up big for the Jaspers tonight.
Take a look at our Tropicana keys to the game in this 8-9 matchup in the first round of the MAAC tournament.
Hey, for Manhattan, they need to establish Perez early, get him comfortable on the offensive end. As far as Ryder is concerned, I think they really need to stay balanced offensively. Who is going to step up besides Demencio Vaughn? You know, Powell led the league last year in three-point shooting percentage. He still leads Ryder at 33%, but they need him to knock down shots too. Dwight Murray Jr. as well is very, very capable. So when they're balanced, Ryder is tough to beat, Eddie.
Well, those are your Tropicana keys to the game. Everything is better at Tropicana Atlantic City. It provides an unparalleled experience. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Know when to stop before you start. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. 8th-seeded Manhattan, 9th-seeded Ryder. We tip off the first of 3 straight here in Jim Whalen Boardwalk Hall. Steve Egging, Eddie Acapinti, Greg Meskel will join us roaming the sidelines here in this first-round matchup, as there is 10th-year Ryder head coach Kevin Baggett ended the year with an impressive 74-65 win over Monmouth.
Oh, they did. They played very, very well against Monmouth. Again, talk about it in our open, Eddie. Both of these teams are really talented. I mean, they got guys that can score the basketball. Both teams look to turn you over, and they can really get out in transition after they turn you over.
Opposite of Kevin Baggett in his 11th year is Steve Masiello. Led the Manhattan Jaspers to back-to-back MAAC championships and is looking to make a run from that number 8 seed line. They just knocked off top-seeded Iona 74-72 to end their regular season.
Yeah, Jose Perez with the game winner, 1.9 seconds remaining, won that game by 2, 74-72.
Oh, it's good to be back, isn't it?
It is, with fans in the arena. This is special. It's March basketball at its best.
And we're underway now in the men's side of the Hercules Tires MAAC Basketball Championships. 3 women's first-round matchups preceded are now 3 men's matchups here at Jim Whalen Boardwalk Hall. Turnaround, righty jump hook is good, and our scoring started from Ryder's Ajiri Ojamuno Johnson.
Oh, Jamuno Johnson there. That was a nice piece of footwork there. He got that jump hook to go down high off the window.
And the Bronx forcing a Jaspers turnover right away, but Demencio Vaughn gives it away. We go back the other way. Big-time block by Mervyn James. He didn't even get a chance to see our Ready Nutrition starting lineups. The action's so fast.
Oh, that was a great block by James. He didn't give up on that play. Blocked the lay-in there by Perez.
Here is Dwight Murray Jr. to the teardrop. Vaughn on the offensive glass.
Nice job there on the weak side by Demencio Vaughn. As we talked about, Eddie, he's 4th in the MAAC in rebounding. He can get it done on the glass.
Your Ready Nutrition Manhattan Jaspers starting lineup. And they find themselves down 4-0 here in the early going. Jaspers team this year that won in different ways. You know, this year, this team was one of the top scoring offenses in the league. Having a hard time taking care of the basketball now. As that Allen Powell 3 rims out, Samba Diallo pulls down the rebound.
Now that was a good look for Powell. That's his game. When he gets going, he is deadly from distance.
Manhattan scoring at over 70 points per game. We get an early look here for Warren Williams.
That's a nice play there by Warren Williams, falling away there with that hook shot from about 8 feet. That was impressive there by Williams.
2 minutes gone by, a 4-2 Rider lead. Well, if Manhattan can get contributions out of Warren Williams here in the tournament, what a boost.
Oh, it would be big time, yes. He's a big body inside. He's a good rebounder. His stats have fallen off a little bit this season, but he's more than capable on the low block.
Ojimuno Johnson has knocked down his first 2.
Yeah, Ojimuno Johnson just rose up there. No one closed him out, knocked it down from about 15 feet.
Williams just had a finish. He has 4 points in the early going, and that gives Warren Williams 1,000 career points.
Good for Warren Williams. He's had a really nice career at Manhattan. He's got great hands. You always like your bigs to be able to catch the basketball in traffic. Williams has great hands.
Ojimuno Johnson has knocked down his first 3 shots.
What a great head fake there by Ojimuno Johnson. He has really started hot for the Bronx.
Perez finding Romar Reed, the 3 off the mark. Ojimuno Johnson pulls down the rebound. The 9th-seeded Bronx out to a fast start here in Atlantic City. Mervyn James to the turnaround.
Nice piece of footwork there and turnaround by James. He faded away from about 10 feet. That was smooth as silk there by James.
Here's Reed back the other way. Romar Reed off the rim.
That was a good take there by Reed. He'd like to have that one back. Missed the easy one.
Murray, James, and a foul on the way up. Mervyn James will shoot 2 with 16:25 to go in the first. And that second Warren Williams bucket, he's knocked down both of Manhattan's field goals. The 4 points, the second one, gave Warren Williams 1,000 career points.
Yeah, that's quite a milestone. Again, as I just mentioned, Warren Williams has had a very, very good career at Manhattan, and they need someone else to step up. You know, Perez is probably going to get his tonight, but someone else needs to help Perez, whether it's Reed, Williams, whomever. Nelson's coming in the game now. He's been a little hobbled. Ant Nelson is a really outstanding player, the lefty for the Jaspers. He can really go on the offensive end.
Manhattan not only brought in Nelson, they've also brought in Josh Roberts, the 6'9 senior who transferred into Riverdale this year from St. John's. 11-4 Rider lead and a tremendous start to this first-round matchup for the Bronx. Harris Perez does so much of his work below the free throw line and will earn a trip there now after that take.
Yeah, he's so physical off the bounce. He's got a quick first step to the goal. And a lot of times he just overpowers his defender, and that's what he did there. He used that body to create that contact. Perez shoots 2 for the Jaspers.
MAAC's leading scorer, Jose Perez, knocks the first one down. And there you see Ant Nelson, the talented senior from New York City, missed the Jaspers game with Iona to end the regular season. So they're happy to get that Seton Hall transfer and that great pedigree Ant Nelson has back in the lineup.
Oh, they need him. Ant Nelson, he can beat you from the perimeter, mid-range game. He scores at all 3 levels. He's very, very good with the basketball in his hands as well.
Riders knocked down 5 of its first 7 from the floor. Here's James. To the rim, Mervyn James, who had 23 in the regular season finale against Monmouth, looks great early on.
Very, very talented. That was a nice jump hook with his offhand there in the lane by James.
Ryder sends 2 players at Jose Perez. Vaughn with the deflection. Active hands by the Bronx. Dwight Murray Jr. the steal. Powell has it knocked out of bounds by Nelson, and we race to our first media timeout. Kevin Baggett's Rider Bronx have made 6 of their first 8 from the floor. They lead by 7. Welcome you back here to this first round matchup in the Hercules Tires MAAC Basketball Championships. 9-seeded Riders, Steve, off to a great start. They lead Manhattan by 7.
Yeah, they're starting out 6 for 8 from the field. Ogie Muno Johnson, 3 for 3. Mervyn James has knocked down both of his shots, but they've turned over Manhattan 3 times. They're very aggressive. They're doing a nice job on Perez, Eddie. They're doubling him, foul line extended, taking the basketball out of his hands. It's been just a terrific start for the Bronx, really on both ends of the floor.
Well, you mentioned it, not just the hot start offensively, but what they've done defensively here. Jose Perez is so important to what Manhattan does. It makes him go in every facet. Interesting, the tactic, at least early on, that Riders employing.
Yeah, they want to take the ball out of his hands, double him, make somebody else beat you, especially on the perimeter.
Murray has to get it into Mervyn James, and a whistle will go against Samba Diallo on the inbound.
Yeah, they were lucky. They're talking about the Bronx. They almost turned it over there. Diallo had the steal, but there was some contact on James. That was the proper call. It'll be side out for the Bronx.
And if you're Diallo, too, right, you see that inbounds thinking you have a chance at it. You got to get a finger on it, though, before the contact. And these two teams split their regular season meetings. Rider leads 13-6 now. They defeated Manhattan in their first February matchup, 76-67, before the Jaspers came back 3 weeks after that and knocked off Rider 84-78. Offensive rebound. A look for Murray for 3.
It's a nice job there by Murray. He called for it, set his feet, buried it from distance.
10-point Rider lead. Nelson's too long on his 3. Murray into the corner. Alan Powell for 3. Oh, Bronx in the early going. Steve Masiello will call timeout as Rider is out to a 19-6 lead.
What a great pass. Powell in the corner. He can get it done from distance. That's great vision by Murray, and you see Powell burying it from deep in the corner.
If you remember back to last year's MAAC tournament, Rider was the 11th seed. They went and they sprung a first-round upset, knocking off the 6th seed a season ago. I know it's an 8-9 matchup now, but this Rider team, you mentioned in the open, they've always had an immense amount of talent, and if they can put it together, they're a team that could definitely make a run.
There's no question about it, Eddie. This is a very, very talented team. They were in a lot of close games this year, too. You know, they ended up 12-18, but they could have easily won 4 or 5 more games. This team has the talent, there's no question about it, to go deep in this conference tournament.
With no disrespect to any of the players on their roster, a big 3 or 4 even of Murray, Vaughn, Powell, and James is fantastic. And Ojimuno Johnson was, 9 points and 7 rebounds a game this year. They throw it up to Roberts, and Josh Roberts gets in the scoring column.
That's a great catch by Roberts in traffic with the emphatic flush by the St. John's transfer.
You know how you shoot 70% from the field? Shots like that.
That's why he leads the MAAC in field goal percentage. He gets a lot of dunks, no doubt about it.
Jaspers with a little pep in their step here. Perez going to feed it over to Marquise Watson. That's too strong. And here comes Alan Powell. Powell, the bounce ahead. Vaughn at the rim. Ojimuno Johnson keeps it alive. And Demencio Vaughn will reset things for Ryder, leading by 11 here in the first half. Murray into the lane. 4 seconds to shoot. Powell going to get himself to the left elbow. Ojimuno Johnson continues his torrid first half.
Nice job there by Ojimuno Johnson. The Jaspers have to find him and block him off the boards. Ojimuno Johnson has been very, very active.
He is 4 for 4 from the floor here in the first half as the 3 rattles home for the senior from Manhattan, Nick Brennan.
Manhattan needed that. Nice job there by Perez. Caught it in the high post, looked opposite, hit Brennan, who buried it from distance.
Murray, pull up 2, in and out. Nehemiah Benson on the offensive glass. And he'll go to the free throw line with 13:02 to go in the first.
The Bronx continue to attack the offensive glass. That was a nice job there by Benson. He took a lot of contact. He's going to the line to shoot 2 for Ryder.
5 offensive rebounds already here in the first 7 minutes for Ryder as Benson knocks down the free throw, the sophomore from Streetsboro, Ohio.
The Bronx continue to do a great job on Perez. Just has the one field goal attempt. He did make both free throws, but they have taken the ball out of his hands, as we talked about in our open, Eddie. They've done a really nice job on the leading scorer in the conference.
Here's Buchanan into the corner. 3 for Elijah Buchanan is good, the senior from the Bronx with a big shot.
Nice job there by Buchanan calling for it, but what vision by Ant Nelson. Hit Buchanan in the corner, who buries it from distance.
One of those veteran Jaspers, Elijah Buchanan. James whistled for steps. A little bit of momentum now on the side of the gray and green over there on the Jasper sideline.
Yeah, James there, he just on that jump stop, he did move the pivot foot, turn the basketball over.
Well, here's that previous look. That's a great job by Nelson recognizing that Buchanan was open in the corner.
Again, just really great vision there by Ant Nelson.
Buchanan again. This one too strong, and there's James underneath. 8-point Ryder lead. Murray, so good in screen and roll. And this ball gets kicked out of bounds. A couple of Bronx share that they hit it out, as Manhattan will get it back.
The Bronx continue to just crash the offensive glass. I think Manhattan caught a break there. I thought that looked to me like it may have been off of Manhattan, but Manhattan collectively, they've got to do a much better job of checking the Bronx off of the boards.
And right now, Ryder is out-rebounding Manhattan 11-4. Perez. Nelson, 10 to shoot. Here is Perez to the rim, so skilled.
That's a great take off the bounce there by Perez. Again, he's got a quick first step, and he is so physical going to the goal.
Credit to the Jaspers, cutting into that Ryder lead and forcing another turnover. Perez with the steal. Nelson into the lane. Gets it to go and will go to the line when we come back. Up and down, back and forth, 8 versus 9. We got a good one here in Atlantic City. if there's a replay or you're talking. Rider leads Manhattan 22-16 in this first of three MAAC Hercules Tires first round matchups here in Atlantic City. Let's say good evening for the first time to a third member of our crew. We send it over to Greg Meskel.
Come back. We've got Ant Nelson going to the free throw line. That's a big sign for the Manhattan Jaspers. The Seton Hall transfer. He went out with an ankle in their loss to St. Peter's. He was in a boot in their big win over Iona. Before all of that, he had 5 straight double-figure games. Now he's looking to get on the board here at the free throw line, but if he can start to get in a groove, that might slow down what this Rider Bronx team has been able to do. Eddie, back over to you.
Well, Greg, thank you very much. We'll check back in with Greg throughout the course of our game. And like the point he made, Steve, it's a huge addition for Manhattan to have Ant Nelson back. You remember the year he had last season? Led the team with 13 points a game. If he and Perez are working well in unison, Jaspers could be dangerous.
They can be. They will be dangerous. I don't think there's any question about that. I love Ant Nelson's game. He's really effective in the mid-range, but I like him best when he's putting it on the deck and going around people, as Ant Nelson knocks down the first free throw for the Jaspers.
Yeah, when Manhattan is at its best, Perez and Nelson are just attacking the rim, opening things up for shooters like Buchanan. And then don't forget about Williams and Roberts as well, 2 of the more efficient scorers in the league.
Yes, and they both have good footwork on the low block. Roberts, again, as we mentioned earlier, leads the MAAC in field goal percentage.
5-point game. Vaughn will step into a 3. Dimencio Vaughn, the veteran, rolls it in.
Yeah, that's Dimencio Vaughn at his best. Again, he can score at all 3 levels, set his feet, and buried it from distance.
All MAAC recognition again this season for Dimencio Vaughn, coming back home to Rider after a year in the SEC. Perez creating the open look for Brendan, and he's knocked down a couple of threes.
Yeah, Brennan, that was a big-time 3-ball. And again, Perez was able to pass out of that double team and find his wide-open teammate. That was a terrific assist by Perez.
Well, you said it at the open. Doesn't just lead the league in scoring. He's second in the league in assists as well.
Yeah, right behind Dwight Murray Jr., only by as the Bronx turn it over.
Roberts getting it back from Nelson and 1. Josh Roberts will go to the free throw line. Manhattan turning defense to offense.
We're going to take a second look at it here on the replay, and you see unselfish basketball there by Ant Nelson, and you see Roberts take the contact. He's going to line for a possible conventional 3-point play for the Jaspers.
Rider led this one by 13 with 13 and a half minutes to go. Since then, Jaspers on a big scoring run with now Roberts' free throw on the way. It'll go down the other way with 10:06 to go, and a 3-point game between the 8 and 9 seeds.
Hey, you can't say enough about Brennan. That's his role. shoot threes, and Perez has found him on 2 separate occasions.
There's Corey McKeithen has checked in to give Dwight Murray a breather. Actually, they've just moved Murray off the ball. He didn't leave the game. They'll find Murray working around screens. James, offensive rebound and a foul.
Nice job there by James. He's mad at himself there. He did get clipped on the elbow, but he will shoot 2 for the Bronx.
11 points, 5 rebounds a game this season for Mervyn James, who's also an excellent free throw shooter, 80% this year. Transferred in from North Alabama. Has definitely made an impact on this Rider team.
Oh, I like his game. He's so athletic. You know, he plays on both ends of the floor. He's a very good rebounder. Can knock shots down in the mid-range. It's a nice package for Kevin Baggett.
Buchanan with the rebound, 4-point game. Outside of the great play in tandem so far from Perez and Nelson, Manhattan's already knocked down 3 from beyond the arc as well, making Rider pay for double teaming Perez like they do here. 6 seconds to shoot. Buchanan. Down low, Warren Williams to beat the shot clock.
What a great job there by Warren Williams with that jump hook from about 6 feet with 1 second to go on the shot clock.
Both of these teams shooting over 50%. 9 minutes to go in the first half. Murray tried to throw it down low to James.
Yeah, not a good decision there by Murray. He forced that one in traffic.
Perez gets the foul on Vaughn. He had him right on him, and that little swing move, that rip through and shoot, it's an NBA kind of move.
What a crafty move there by Perez. Yeah, strong rip through. They were right in his sternum, and with that rip through, that was the proper call. There was too much contact there to not call it, and Perez knocks down the first of 3 for the Jaspers.
Much publicized story of Jose Perez, the senior from the Bronx, making his way back to New York City after stops at Gardner-Webb and Marquette, landing on the All-MAAC first team, and some great stories that came out over the last week about the relationship between he and Steve Masiello, 2 very intense individuals that seem to get each other.
Oh, yeah, they're both very, very intense. And, hey, what a get by Steve Masiello to bring in Perez. I mean, he has been just superb all season long.
Well, Manhattan has erased that 13-point Rider lead with 8:40 to go here in the first. James to the rim, gives the Bronx back the advantage.
What a great take off the bounce there by James, exploding to the rim.
28-27 Rider. Williams battling James down low. Perez into the corner, and Reed traveled.
Yeah, Reed did not need that pump fake. He had the shot after he received a really good pass from Perez. Here it is again on the replay with James. Again, that's just a great take. Explosive to the goal was James.
McKeithen to run the show. Now Murray gets that brief breather. Alan Powell is checked back in. Vaughn guarded by Marquise Watson, who's checked back in for Manhattan. And the foul will get us to the media timeout. Rider, a 1-point lead over Manhattan.
Born, it's built over time. For over 65 years, Hercules Tires has been providing the muscle to move more drivers. Whatever the vehicle, whatever the terrain, And we back it with a powerful protection plan. So wherever the road or the trail takes you, we have the selection, value, and strength to get you there. Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength.
Book your New Jersey summer getaway now. Go for those sunshine vibes and sand buckets of beach and boardwalk fun. Celebrate life's brightest moments. Then linger a while in your urban oasis, forest retreat, or oceanside bliss. Boost your mood in New Jersey's feel-great destinations. Create your escape at visitnj.org/book now.
People always say, just be yourself. But who is that anyway? Were you yourself when you were born? Or do you grow into it? There's only one way to find out. Try everything. Make mistakes. Come back stronger. Free to become exactly the person you were meant to be. Rider University. Free to roam.
Our broadcast of the Hercules Tires MAAC Basketball Championship is brought to you in part by Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength. Visit HerculesTires.com. And by Jersey Mike Subs. Be a sub above. And by Levy Recognition. Recognition solutions that elevate performance. Steve Egging, Greg Meskel, Eddie Acapinti here with you. First of three here in the nighttime session from Jim Whalen Boardwalk Hall. Ryder with a 1-point lead.
Yeah, this has been a good one. What a great answer by the Jaspers after going down early by 13 points to just have a 1-point game. It's been a good one thus far.
Ryder getting a touch for Demencio Vaughn out of the timeout. Perez with the rejection.
It's a great block there by Perez. Demencio Vaughn had pretty good position there on the low block, but just a really nice play by Perez.
He'll kick it into the corner. Reed's three off the mark, but good activity by Diallo for the offensive rebound. And then they give a flop warning to Manhattan's Romar Reed with 7:37 to go in the first.
Yeah, Romar Reed didn't like it, but I thought that was the proper call. We're going to take a second look at it here, and yeah, I thought that was the proper call. I thought that was definitely a flop there. So Reed has to be careful now. You can't get a second one.
Yeah, the warning almost acts as we'll let you get away with it once. 7.5 minutes to go here in the first. Big time block at the rim, Mervyn James.
It's a great block by James coming over from the weak side.
Oh, and then good hustle from Ant Nelson to get in the way of that fast break opportunity.
Let's take a look at this block again. That's just team defense at its best. There was some body contact there, but James was right on top of the basketball.
Oh, they're going to take a look and see. Again, in real-time action, it looked like Nelson was the last to touch it, but with he and Mervyn James kind of streaking downfield, it almost looked like a football play, quite frankly, with Nelson playing the job of defensive back. Now, they're actually over at the monitor checking and seeing. Apparently, Jose Perez communicated to the officials that he thought he took a shot to the face, so they're over checking things out.
Yeah, they looked at it, and there was nothing there. So it'll be Ryder basketball out of bounds under. They were just looking at a potential elbow. There was nothing there. So again, it'll be Ryder basketball out of bounds under.
28-27. Ryder has led this first half by as many as 13. Each team has come out with really fantastic energy here in the early going. 12 seconds for the Bronx to shoot. Murray, throw back. Powell steps into the three.
That was a good-looking three ball there by Powell. He rushed it just a little bit, shot it wide left.
Here's Perez, now draws the smaller defender in McKeithen. Throws out of it, not on the same page with Reed. Powell, ahead to James, the jump stop in the lane. Good defense by Perez to force the jump ball and send it down the other way.
That's a great play defensively by Perez. It looked like in transition, James was going to get a shot at the basket, but Perez, great job. Here it is again. That's just a wonderful tie-up by Perez, and it's Manhattan basketball on the alternating possession.
Quickly after turning it over, Manhattan forcing the Ryder turnover. Nelson will now operate on the ball. It's where he spent the majority of last season as well, before Perez transferred over to Riverdale. Here is Diallo. Tried to cross over, lost it.
Yeah, just an unforced turnover there by Diallo.
James, all alone. His three is short. Ryder on the offensive glass. Murray threw it away, right to Brennan.
Not a good decision there by Murray. One pass away in denial position. Brennan with a nice steal.
Perez to the beautiful move, just short. Now here comes Murray. Perez takes it away. 3-on-1 for the Jaspers. Roberts.
That is a great play. Quick hands by Perez. They turn over the Bronx. Roberts with the emphatic dunk.
It all started with that defensive play by Perez, getting a hand on it. He has been very active and engaged on that end of the floor.
He has. He just doesn't play offense. I don't think Perez gets enough credit on the defensive end. He has got really, really quick hands, and he passes the basketball. We've already talked about his assist making.
These two teams have started this game off real strong, and this is our Hercules Tires strong move of the game. What I would give to be able to do that one time. Steve Eggink, Eddie Acapinti, Greg Meskel, your crew. I don't know, Steve, what it is. When you and I sit courtside at Jim Whalen Boardwalk Hall, we're guaranteed a good game.
Yeah, we had some great games last season as well, Eddie, and this one is shaping up to be another great one. Both teams are playing really hard, playing at a high level.
Vaughn forced one up. Nelson with the rebound. Look ahead to Buchanan, and he's fouled by Ajiri Ojimuno Johnson.
Yeah, not a good attempt there by Demencio Vaughn. He was trying to draw contact, trying to draw the foul, ended up shooting the air ball, and then Ojimuno Johnson with the person. It'll be Manhattan basketball out of bounds under.
And he'll have to sit now. That's Ojimuno Johnson's second foul.
Yeah, he's going to have to sit for the remainder of the first half.
Nelson just throws it up to Roberts.
Roberts could have come back down there. That was a really tough shot. Could have come back down, gathered himself, and then went back up strong with the basketball.
Riders turned it over 3 times in the last 2 minutes and change. James, the spin move. And there's Nelson to pull down the rebound.
Yeah, point-blank range there was James. He could not get that jump hook to go down.
Perez, now it's Alan Powell who draws the assignment. He'll find Nelson in the corner.
That was a good look from Nelson. He was wide open, just shot it a little too hard off the back iron.
Murray all the way to the basket.
What a great take there by Murray, elevating, was able to use the window. That was a special take by Murray.
Yeah, Dwight Murray wasn't on an all-league team this year. He's an all-league player.
He is an all-league player. I don't think there's any question about that. Multi-talented, can beat you in a lot of different ways as Perez misses the 3 ball.
And Murray pulls down the rebound. Going to start the fast break himself. James the offensive rebound, and he'll go to the line. Dwight Murray getting himself active and involved here throughout the first half.
He really has. Great crossover there. And again, he just elevates. That could have been an and one. That was a great play by Dwight Murray Jr.
You know, Dwight Murray is listed at 6 foot 180. He plays so much bigger than that. He averages 6 rebounds a game. He's a great finisher on the interior. Just to play like that right into the chest of Roberts.
Oh, I've always really liked his game because he's just not a standstill jump shooter. He can create his own shot off the bounce. He can knock down shots in the mid-range, which is kind of a lost art for a lot of players now. And he can take it to the rim, as illustrated with that last possession. He is really good putting it on the deck, going around people.
Ryder has now regained that lead. 3-point game. Williams lost it down low.
Quick hands there by Demencio Vaughn on the steal. Yeah, Demencio Vaughn leads the MAAC. We talked about that in our open. He's got quick hands, averages a couple of steals per game.
Benson, Vaughn, he'll tee up a triple. Offensive rebound falls right to Allen Powell. Kicks it over to James. He'll step into a 3. Mervyn James from beyond the arc.
Nice job there by Mervyn James. Buchanan was just late on that closeout for the Jaspers.
Reed calling out signals here. Perez will operate off the ball this possession. Vaughn draws him. Reed, the drive and kick. Brennan's knocked down 2 from beyond the arc. Can't get this one to fall. And that will get us to our media timeout. 3:09 to go before halftime. The Ryder lead is 6. Ryder in front of Manhattan, 35-29. Steve, back and forth first half. The Bronx on a 7-0 run the last minute, 37.
Yeah, the Bronx have really gotten it going. They continue to do a very, very good job on Perez. Perez is just 1 for 4. He scored his points from the foul line, 5 for 5 from the foul line, but that was the game plan going in with Kevin Baggett's team. Take the basketball out of his hands. Double him. They're doubling even at the top of the key. And that's a tough double. Usually you want a double foul line extended, but they have done a terrific job on Perez. Again, he's just 1 for 4 from the field. He has knocked down all 5 of his free throws, though, however.
An excellent free throw shooter, 80% coming in. And for a guy who gets to the line as much as he does, great numbers. Here's Warren Williams, made a big impact early in this game. He's 4 for 4 here in the first half.
Warren Williams, he is such a load inside, and that's a compliment. He really has great hands, and that jump hook, he can score the basketball with either hand on the low block.
Ball out of bounds in the corner, and the Jaspers force the Bronc turnover with 2:50 to go in the first.
That's Jose Perez again, playing very, very aggressively on the defensive end, forced that turnover.
Seems like as soon as one team makes a run in this game, the other team has an answer.
Yeah, they've answered each other. There's no question about that. Another great look there by Perez to Ant Nelson on the baseline. Just again, terrific vision by Perez there. That was quite a dime by Jose.
The vision and, the timing of that play perfectly. Nelson cutting it exactly the right time in a 2-point game. Perez takes it away from James.
That's a great play there. Physical in defense there was Perez. He is playing really well on that end of the floor.
Brennan down low to Williams. Warren Williams, a nice job dribbling out of trouble. Open three in the corner. Brennan.
Well, you can't get a better look there than Brennan. We've got a tie-up now on the floor. Brennan was wide open, could not knock down the three ball.
It'll be Ryder ball with 1:57 remaining here in the first half. Yeah, this is our first of three here tonight. If this first half's intensity is any indication of what we're going to see over the next few hours, it's going to be a good night of basketball.
It's going to be a great night of basketball. These two teams are getting after it on both ends of the floor. High-level basketball in this 8-9 game.
Allen Powell, quick catch and shoot for three, and Allen Powell gives Ryder a 38-33 lead.
That's his game. Catch and shoot. Jump shooter is Powell. Buried it from distance.
Perez left all alone straight away. Jose Perez with the answer.
Again, you cannot leave Jose Perez. The Broncs were just late on that closeout. Perez will take full advantage if he's given that kind of room.
It's 15 at the time Murray gets it. Now he'll throw it to Ojemuno Johnson. And Elijah Buchanan whistled for the foul with 1:09 to go before the break.
Yeah, that's an easy call to make there on Buchanan. He just ran right through Ojemuno Johnson. Ojemuno Johnson's on the line now for the Broncs, shooting a 1-1.
Started this game on fire for Ryder. How about the first half? He's having 8 points, 8 rebounds.
Oh, he's been really good as he misses the front end of the 1-1, but Ojemuno Johnson has been really, really active on both ends.
Well, Manhattan pulled the rebound down, and then
I think Warren Williams. Yeah, I think Warren Williams has some blood. The training staff. Yeah,
Gotcha.
The training staff's taking a look at Williams there. I think it's on his elbow there. Just going to get him wrapped up so he can get back out there.
So 1:08 to go. Don't go anywhere, by the way. When halftime starts, most people check their phone or they go make a snack. Well, don't do that because Greg Meskel will be joined by both of our head coaches on either ends of halftime. And Steve and I have a whole bunch to break down during our timeout in this 2-point game with 68 seconds to go here in the first. Well, now our crew briefly was over at the scorer's table, but it looks like we'll be ready to resume the action, and we will. First time in this first half that Ryder will show a bit of a matchup look. And a whistle down low away from the ball with 57 seconds to go. Going to call the foul on Nehemiah Benson on the baseline.
Yep, they got Benson there. Just a little bit too much contact on the low block. It'll be Jaspers basketball out of bounds under.
A great inbounds look to Buchanan. Brennan, good activity to tip the offensive rebound out. Nelson, corner triple.
That was Perez making the extra pass there. That was unselfish basketball. Ant Nelson, that was right on line. Just a little bit too hard off the back iron.
Can see the difference between the shot and the game clock. 15 seconds for Murray to operate. Trying to post up James down low. Baseline look. Vaughn, spin move. Lost it on the way up, loose ball. Powell comes away with it. Has to throw one up, and he's fouled by Jose Perez, attempting the three with a second on the shot clock.
Wow, that is a tough call. Perez doesn't like it. He better be careful. He just slammed down, and he got a technical foul. Yeah, Perez got a technical. He picked up a water bottle and just slammed it down. So he was assessed a technical foul after Powell did a nice job of pump faking Perez and drew the contact. So Powell will shoot 3 shots, and then it's plus the technical. We're going to take another look at it here. And here's Powell. Jumps into Perez, but Powell gets the call, and then Perez is really disgusted with the call, picks up a water bottle and slams it down, and is assessed a technical foul, Eddie.
Some fireworks here late in the first half as Powell misses the first one. He's an 81% free throw shooter. So these are the 2 technical free throws. Then there's 3 additional free throws that Powell will have a chance to shoot, as we'll take another look at what prompted that. And there you go.
Yeah, that is, you are going to be assessed a technical when you do that every single time. You know, Perez, he's a great player, but in that instance, you know, you just have to take a deep breath, because when you're assessed a technical foul, you know, that obviously hurts your team.
And, you know, it really is an issue of kind of timing and where you do something. If Jose Perez does that, exiting the game at the end of the Manhattan bench, it's not most likely called a T because he's out of the game. But when you're in the game, it's a whole different set of circumstances, because at that point, right, you're one of the 5 in the game, and that's something you can't do. It's like when when players would slam the ball down.
Right, sure.
Something similar, and it's so hard, right, to play as intense as you can while still keeping enough composure to not do that, as Powell knocks down 4 of 5 free throws.
4 out of 5. We're going to have to mark this point of the game, Eddie. This is a really big turnaround here for Ryder.
Final 15 seconds here of the first half. Perez throws one up. Warren Williams on the offensive glass, and he'll go to the free throw line with 7.5 seconds left in the half.
What a great rebound there by Williams, and Perez wanted the same call on the other end of the floor. He almost banked it in he was probably 3 feet beyond the arc. But Williams, with a really nice offensive rebound in traffic, got fouled. He shoots 2 for the Jaspers.
8 points in the first half for Warren Williams. Can't get the roll. Much improved free throw shooter this year, by the way, as Warren Williams. Again, don't go anywhere. Before we send it to the halftime timeout, Greg Meskel will be joined by one of our head coaches here. Here comes Murray with 5 seconds to go here in the first half. Murray to beat the first half buzzer is off the mark, but will go to the break in this 8-9 matchup with the 9th-seeded Ryder Bronx leading Manhattan 42-36.
Yeah, this is an up-and-down basketball game. Both teams playing at a high level, but those 4 free throws, it's a 2-possession game here at halftime, Eddie.
We'll now send it over. Kevin Baggett is with our Greg Meskel.
All right, here with Coach Baggett. So you build that 13-point lead. You know Manhattan's going to make a push. What is it about your team that you take that surge and are able to rebuild a lead?
Just composure, just being patient, not getting too high, not getting too low. We know that they're going to make their run as well. We just got to settle down, execute, go inside, take what the defense is going to give us, and then get back and play defense. We know what Perez is going to do, and he's going to come out the second half even more aggressive, so we got to be ready for him.
The intensity through 20 minutes is already very high. How do you maintain that? What do you want to see your guys do better in the second half?
Ramp it up even more. It's the MAAC tournament. This is what it's all about, the playoffs. Ramp it up even more. Throw everything you got out there and see where the chips lie.
Excellent. Good luck second half, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Eddie, back over to you.
Oh, Greg, thank you so much. Kevin Baggett, thank you as well. His Bronx with a 42-36 halftime lead. is just our first round matchup here, Steve. We've got two other great matchups after this. Ryder with a 42-36 lead over Manhattan, the 9 seed leading the 8 seed. What intensity already here in this game.
Great intensity. Both teams really playing at a high level, back and forth. It was a first 20 minutes of runs. Again, just a 2-possession game. We are going to have a really excellent final 20 minutes. Could go either way, Eddie.
Ryder led this one by as many as 13. And here they lead 42-36. Manhattan and the Ryder, the winner gets top seed Iona. Rick Pitino's Gales awaiting the winner of this one in the quarterfinals. Manhattan just knocked off Iona by 2 to end the regular season.
Yeah, that we talked about that in our open, Eddie, with Perez, 1.9 seconds remaining. He hits the game winner against Iona. So, hey, there's a lot to play for. Kevin Baggett just mentioned it. You know, this is it. This is the MAAC tournament, and you lay everything out on the court. You don't leave anything out on the court. And, hey, both teams, the first 20 minutes, they were playing at an extremely high level on both ends, especially defensively. They were getting after it on the defensive end.
And Greg asked Kevin Baggett that. That was a great question because it's hard to duplicate that kind of effort over an additional whole half of basketball. You see the other two matchups later tonight. The late game is Marist and Quinnipiac. That's your alma mater, by the way, the Red Foxes. But you and I have the 7-10 one after this, right, as Fairfield and Canisius. That might be the opposite of this one. That might be a slow-down defensive game. But you know what? Who knows come tournament time?
You know, you never know. Fairfield and Canisius, they're both excellent defensively. Jay Young's team they're always very good in the half court. But Reggie Witherspoon, he runs a motion game, and they're playing really well right now. They won 3 games in a row, beat Marist, and then the Siena game came down to the final 2 or 3 possessions. So the Golden Griffs are playing very, very well right now. That 7-10 game could be and should be another good one.
Well, Fairfield made a run all the way to the conference final last season. Can Jay Young's team do it again? We continue along at halftime with Ryder leading Manhattan 42-36. Welcome you back here. First round matchup with Ryder in Manhattan. A 42-36 lead for the 9 seed. Steve Agink, Eddie Occhipinti here with you at Jim Whalen Boardwalk Hall. And Steve, 2 of our impact players that we highlighted, 2 of the best in the league. Demencio Vaughn, Jose Perez playing well.
Hey, Demencio Vaughn has 5 points. He's 2 for 7 from the field, but he's played very well defensively. He's gotten his hands on some balls. Conversely, Perez has 10 points, but he has been terrific defensively. He's had a couple of steals. He's in the lane, 1 pass away, denial position. Unfortunately, he lost his cool and did get assessed that technical foul, but both players are playing at a very, very high level right now. They're going to need more of the same. Both teams are going to need more of the same in the second half.
It's the miracle of live television, right? I should have stood in. We
Yeah.
could have sent it down with a charge. Steve, not only are they both playing well defensively, like you said, it's been the intensity in this game that I think has stood out the most from the opening jump throughout the entire first half.
It's been a game of runs. I mean, the Bronx, 13-point lead, but Manhattan came back strong. Perez gives up the basketball very, very well. He's got great court vision. And, hey, Brennan came in, knocked down a couple of big threes. That was really, really important for Manhattan. But I still think the Bronx will continue to take the basketball out of Perez's hands. That's going to be the game plan moving forward, and I think we'll see that throughout the second half.
Well, rebounding has been a key in this game. For more on that, let's send it over to the third member of our broadcast crew, and Greg Meskel.
Hey guys, it's only fitting near the basket here. We have to talk rebounding in that first half. Ryder out rebounding Manhattan 25-15. You had to add to that a 9-4 edge on the offensive glass. And just being down here courtside, the energy from the jump. Ryder came out with so much get after it and go on both ends of the court when they're attacking the glass. That's something Manhattan will have to counter. They did a great job taking that initial 13-point surge and battling back. But I think keep an eye on the rebounding edge in that second half if Manhattan wants to make another push and then try and retake the lead. Eddie, Steve, back over to you.
No, Greg, thank you very much. Definitely one of the things that we'll be keeping an eye on as this second half unfolds. Ryder leads Manhattan 42-36. Second half coming up after this. Tell him I'll just take it back if he's ready. Yeah. What's right here? How are you? Good to see you, buddy. Just waiting on these guys, and we'll. Hey, welcome back here, Steve Masiello, Coach Ryder. 13-point push. Your guys never lose confidence. What is it about your team? You're able to take that and then battle back.
You're 30 games in. You've seen everything. Seen up, down, everything in between. You just got to rebound the basketball. Rebound the basketball. Give ourselves a chance to win the game.
Now we look at the second half here. In addition to rebounding, what else do you want to see from the Jaspers?
Got to get a defensive mindset. Got to get stops with 2x2 and then build out and try to get out on the break.
Excellent. Good luck second half. Steve Masiello sharing some thoughts. Let's go back over to Eddie. back here. Steve Masiello, Coach Ryder, 13-point push. Your guys. Steve Masiello, Coach Ryder, 13-point push. Your guys never lose confidence. What is it about your team? You're able to take that and then battle back.
You're 30 games in. You've seen everything. Seen up, down, everything in between. You just got to rebound the basketball. Rebound the basketball, give our sides a chance to win the game.
Now we look at the second half here. In addition to rebounding, what else do you want to see from the Jaspers?
Got to get a defensive mindset. Got to get stops with 2x2 and then build out and try to get out on the break.
Excellent. Good luck second half. Steve Masiello sharing some thoughts. Let's go back over to Eddie.
That big rebounding edge that Ryder had, we talked about it a lot here at halftime. You heard Steve Masiello, Steve, say the same thing.
Hey, that has to change. I mean, I don't think there's any question about that. The Bronx dominated the glass, and it is a mindset. Manhattan played hard on the defensive end, but when the ball is in the air, you have to find your man and block out, release aggressively to the basketball. And Manhattan did not do that in the first half. That's the primary reason why the Bronx are up 6 at halftime.
Mervyn James, 13 points, 5 rebounds for Ryder. Alan Powell adds 10. Ajiri Ojimuno-Johnson, 8 points, 8 rebounds. Jose Perez, 10 points to lead Manhattan with 3 assists. They also got 8 points on a perfect 4 of 4 shooting from Warren Williams. Steve, remember, Manhattan went down low early in that first half. See if they look to reestablish Williams down low.
Yeah, Williams has really good footwork, excellent hands. He can get it done on the low block.
Second half underway of this first of 3 first-round matchups here in the Hercules Tires MAAC Basketball Championships at Jim Whalen Boardwalk Hall. First possession of the second half. 5 seconds for Manhattan to shoot. Open corner 3 for Samba Diallo is good.
Diallo was left open. The Bronx were late on that closeout. That was silky smooth there by Diallo in the corner.
His 12th 3 of the year. None bigger than that one to make it a one-possession game. Almost got in the passing lane there. Ojimuno-Johnson, beautiful look to James.
That's a great high-low entry. James on the baseline with a big-time flush.
Nelson and Murray, top of the key. Williams going to set the screen for Buchanan. Gets inside, Elijah Buchanan, too strong.
Oh, that was a good take by Buchanan, just too hard off the glass.
James, Ojimuno-Johnson, free throw line jumper.
Ojimuno-Johnson, that is his game. He can knock down shots in the mid-range. Manhattan was just late on that closeout.
Ryder lead has grown to 7. Nelson to the crossover move.
Well, that was a tough attempt there by Ant Nelson in traffic. That runner, that was a high degree of difficulty there on that shot by Ant Nelson.
It's a big possession here early in the second half as Ryder tries to extend the lead. Step through. Ojimuno-Johnson to the other side off the window.
That is a nice move. He may have gotten away with a travel there, but what a soft jump hook falling away from the goal. Ojimuno-Johnson got it to go down from about 8 feet.
He is 6 for 6 from the floor.
Hey, keep feeding him the rock down on the block. He has been terrific as Perez turns the basketball over.
Here's Murray ahead of the pack. Dwight Murray to the rim. Ryder out to a 50-39 lead.
What a great run there by the Bronx. After the turnover, Ryder goes up 50-39. Here it is again on the replay. Just a great job here. You see Murray on the take there. We've got a timeout on the floor. We'll be back with MAAC basketball on ESPN.
If our turkey had a resume, it would say it's 99% fat-free, filler-free, and raised without antibiotics. But our turkey already has its dream job at Jersey Mike's. Premium meat makes a sub above.
Now, for the first time,
how about we do a timeout for a great true story?
You see us spread the greatness of African American culture by reading books for you that will make you laugh, cry, sing, and learn. Basketball players and coaches support black culture and social justice by reading diverse books in an entertaining and engaging way for all kids. So make a timeout and go to www.timeoutforblacklives.com today, a MAAC initiative.
Manhattan College has been shaping the greatest city in the world since 1853. But what you'll find here might surprise you. It's a small campus in a big city. It's where strong values meet open minds, knowledge becomes innovation, and changed lives become unbreakable bonds. Because when you welcome different perspectives, you rise above the expected, and the world follows. That's the Manhattan experience.
Alone, chicken, onions, peppers, and cheese have potential. Together, they have a purpose, a destiny, and a name. Because grilled to order makes a sub above.
Big second half for the Rider Broncs, starting on an 8-0 scoring run as we take a look at the Tropicana second half keys.
I think for Manhattan, Eddie, they have to look for Ant Nelson. Perez needs some help on the offensive end. Ant Nelson is very capable. As far as Rider is concerned, keep looking for Ogimuno Johnson. He has yet to miss a shot. He has been terrific on both ends of the floor.
Everything is better at Tropicana Atlantic City. Tropicana provides an unparalleled experience. An 11-point Rider lead. First time that they have a double-digit lead since about the middle part of the first half. Manhattan countered with a huge run then. See if the Jaspers can do so here in the second. Nelson, now a foul called. It'll be an offensive foul.
That's a great job there by Demencio Vaughn. Now the officials are getting together now.
Oh, they changed the call.
They changed it, called it a block. We're going to take a second look at it here after the officials got together. Here's a nice crossover there by Ant Nelson. I think that's the proper call. It looked like he was outside of the restricted area. And, that's why you get together, Eddie, and assess the proper call. I thought that was, was a block. Ant Nelson, we talked about him, being big in the second half and being more aggressive. And he looked to go off the bounce there, but it was on the floor. So it'll be Jaspers basketball out of bounds under.
Couldn't agree more. When the officials come together on a discrepancy and then they make the right decision, I don't think who can now, unless you're a fan of one of the teams,
sure.
I get it, but you nailed it. Great job by our crew here. As with inside of 17 minutes to go, Manhattan will try to cut into this 11-point Rider lead. Diallo, high arcing triple. A big offensive rebound almost for Roberts, who lost it. Here comes Dwight Murray. Powell, shot ready on the wing off the window.
Hey, the bank was open there. I guarantee you Powell was not trying to bank that three, but they all count.
Nelson answers with a three, back the other way.
Yeah, they need Nelson. The Jaspers need Ant Nelson to step up big time in the last 16-plus minutes.
Here's Vaughn on the baseline. Here comes Nelson now. Just hit a three. Nelson to the rim, lost it on the way up. Roberts' putback is no good.
Boy, they had two attempts there. Roberts usually puts that one away. That's why he leads the MAAC in field goal percentage, but he could not get that putback to go down.
Powell turning the corner. As Murray, top of the key, 7 seconds to shoot. Murray turning the corner. On the baseline, finding Vaughn, who misses the layup.
Boy, you rarely see Vaughn miss one like that. That was just a easy one inside. I think maybe he rushed it a little bit. Vaughn is really angry at himself.
Perez. Nelson now will reset things. They go to Perez trying to post up Powell. 8 seconds to shoot. Cross court find. Got to put one up. Buchanan's three. Can't get the roll.
Yeah, Buchanan. Boy, that's tough luck for Buchanan. That was halfway down. Popped out.
5 minutes gone by here in the second. Manhattan now just one of its last 7 from the floor. Murray pops open. James fouled. Good activity down low by Mervyn James, and we'll go to break with Rider leading 53-42. Tonight's broadcast of ESPN College Basketball is brought to you in part by Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength. Visit HerculesTires.com. And Jersey Mike Subs. Be a sub above. And Levy Recognition. Recognition solutions that elevate performance.
We talked about Rider being balanced tonight offensively. Hey, they got 3 guys in double figures. James with 15, Ogimuno Johnson with 12, and Powell with 13. They've had great balance to this point.
And one of the main reasons why the 9 seed finds themselves up by 11. Demencio Vaughn. 3 seconds. Murray, the rise and fire.
That's a big time. His foot was on the line, but that is a big time jumper there by Murray. That was impressive. What a sweet jump shot with the shot clock winding down as Demencio Vaughn pokes the basketball out of bounds.
Steve, you highlighted those 3 Rider double-digit scorers. Murray now only has 9. Vaughn's got 5. So Rider's got 3 guys not named Murray and Vaughn in double figures.
Again, this is a talented team. We talked about that in our open as well, Eddie. This team can go on the offensive end. They have so many options.
Here is Roberts. Righty jump hook in. That's a big shot for Josh Roberts here in the second half.
Yeah, Manhattan needed that. That was a really nice take. Roberts elevated with the jump hook on the low block.
I really feel like Roberts and Williams could maybe be a key for Manhattan here in the second.
Yeah, they have to touch the basketball. Perez, again, needs some help on the offensive end as Powell misses that mid-range jumper for the Bronx.
But again, offensive rebounds have been a key all game. Ryder now with 10. Powell thought at 3. Here's Murray. Playing quite the game. 9 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists so far for Murray. But Roberts with the big block shot.
That's just wonderful timing there by Roberts, coming over from the weak side with that block shot.
Now Steve Masiello says Josh Roberts is always where he needs to be on both ends of the floor.
Here's Demencio Vaughn with a great steal, and hammer time for the Bronx. Hey, he leads the MAAC in steals. You see why. Quick hands there by Demencio Vaughn.
Pushing the Ryder lead to 13. Manhattan in need of another run like they had in the first half. They were down 13 then, and they came back to take a lead. They'll try to do the same. Diallo lost it on the way up, and a foul called with 12:23 to go in the second.
Yeah, there's too much contact there. I think they had Mervyn James. Yeah, they had James there on the baseline. Just too much of a hand check. It'll be Manhattan basketball. Out of bounds under.
Ant Nelson returns for the Jaspers. Riders outscored Manhattan 15-8 so far in the second. Perez's 3 rims out.
Yeah, tough luck there for Perez. That was halfway down, around and out there for Perez.
We're starting to see, like Steve mentioned early, who else was going to step up? And you're starting to see those players materialize. No Jamuno Johnson, now a double-double.
Oh, he has been terrific. Just engaged all game long on both ends of the floor.
Oh, Vaughn, what a take to the rim.
In transition there, Demencio Vaughn. That's with his offhand, but he can score it with either hand in transition. That was impressive by Vaughn.
Perez, this 3 he gets to fall.
It's a nice 3 ball by Perez there. Murray was just late on that closeout. You have to get into Perez's sternum or he will knock shots down from distance.
Yeah, I like that, though. The 1-3 rims in and out. He knows he's got the range.
Yes.
Put it right back up. Murray creates the open look for Allen Powell, who continues his hot shooting.
That's a great job there by Powell. And what vision by Murray. He saw Powell out of the corner of his eye. Nice dime there by Murray. And another 3 ball by Powell.
Perez will try to answer. Takes the contact and puts it in.
Well, there was a lot of contact there. That should have been an and one. That was a great take to the goal by Perez.
Yeah, this second half now starting to look like the beginning of our game. These teams trading buckets. Murray back the other way. And a loose ball foul will send it down with Ryder leading 62-49.
Here at this play by Demencio Vaughn. Quick hands by Vaughn. He's all alone with the emphatic flush. We've got a timeout on the floor. Ryder leads Manhattan 62-49. You're watching college basketball on ESPN.
Welcome you back here. Jim Whalen Boardwalk Hall, 11:05 to go in the second. Ryder leads by 13 with more on the Bronx. Let's welcome back in Greg Meskel.
Well, guys, we've talked about it all day. It's the start of the MAAC tourney, the beginning of that postseason journey for every team. For Ryder and Coach Kevin Baggett, they know they haven't been to the semifinals of this MAAC tourney since the 2010-2011 season. He was talking with Kyle Franco, the Trentonian, this week. He doesn't really care about the numbers. He just wants to have an opportunity. He cited Fairfield last year, what they were able to do, and how you just need an opportunity to be in this tournament. Throw the numbers out the window, and then anything could happen. For this Ryder team, they're just about, under 12 minutes away from making that first step.
Well, Greg, thank you very much. Indeed, they are, and they've played with tremendous intensity on both ends of the floor.
Oh, they have. Ogimuno Johnson really set the tone early in this game. What a great look by Ant Nelson. That was a really nice assist. Hey, it's just an 11-point game. Still plenty of time for the Jaspers.
Well, we saw them make a big run in the first half to take a lead. Down a similar amount of points. They'll try to do the same in the second half. Now, Nelson whistled for the foul with 10:29 remaining here in the second.
There's probably a foul committed a little bit earlier than that, too. I mean, Kevin Baggett was wondering where was the call, but Tim Smith was right on it, made the proper call.
Murray and Marquise Watson one-on-one. And Watson whistled for the hand check foul with 10:20 to go here in the second.
Yeah, just too aggressive was Watson on that hand check. Right in front of Adam Vandenberg, and an easy call to make.
They're trying to post up James on Diallo. Roberts with the deflection. Murray lost it. Works its way over to Vaughn, who knocks down the three.
Dimencio Vaughn was in the right place at the right time. It looked like the Bronx were going to turn it over. Dimencio Vaughn picks it up, buries it from distance.
Has done a little bit of everything for this Ryder team here tonight. Scored when needed. Defense when needed. Nelson to the crossover, step back two. There's Vaughn again.
That was a good look there by Nelson from about 15 feet. Just hard off the back iron.
Well, now maybe, Steve, with 9.5 minutes to go and Ryder up 14, you see the Bronx look to take a little bit of time.
Yeah, you can be more patient, but you do not want to lose your aggressiveness on the offensive end.
Powell getting inside to the teardrop.
Oh, that was a nice move there by Powell. Again with that teardrop from 8 feet. He just shot it too hard off the heel.
Now Powell guards Jose Perez, top of the key. Inside of 9 minutes to go. Nelson steps into a three.
It's a good look. Perez made the extra pass there, but Nelson could not knock it down from distance.
Yeah, Perez leads this league in scoring, but you know what? If you're open, he's going to find you.
He will find you. He led the league in assists for most of the season until Murray Jr. By one assist at the end of the regular season. So Perez has great vision. He plays unselfish basketball as Ogimuno Johnson finally misses a field goal attempt for the Bronx.
Yeah, that is his first miss of the game. Manhattan tries to cut into this 14-point Ryder lead. Perez's three is short. Mervyn James is all alone down floor, but Powell wanted to slow things up.
Good decision there by Powell. You have to make a good pass. You don't want to turn it over in transition when you're up 14.
8 minutes to go. Ryder in control, in possession. Two-man game. Ogimuno Johnson to the rim and the foul.
That is a terrific two-man game. Ogimuno Johnson diving to the goal. He got it to go down. Here it is again on the replay. Just a great dime by Powell. You see the block called and one. When we come back, you are watching MAAC Tournament Basketball on ESPN.
Rider out to a 16-point lead, 67-51 here in the second half. What a game for Egerio Jimuno Johnson. Earlier we saw our Hercules Tires strong move of the game. He can finish and then go with the swim move of the game under the basket.
That was a great take by Ogimuno Johnson. He set the tone. I mentioned that earlier, Eddie. He set the tone in this game really on both ends with his aggressiveness, knocking shots down, just cleaning the glass. He has been special. And you talk about balanced scoring. 4 Bronx now in double figures. James with 15, Ogimuno Johnson with 14 pending this free throw, Vaughn with 12, and Powell with 16. That is balanced scoring. When the Bronx do this, they will be a difficult out. Now, there's still plenty of time, still 7:52 remaining, but when they share the basketball and have this kind of offensive balance, as Ogimuno Johnson completes the three-point play, they are going to be a tough out in this tournament.
15 points, 10 rebounds, and a turnover forced. Buchanan and Brennan not on the same page. And the Bronx starting to assert themselves now with 7:46 to go in the second.
Yeah, they extended the defense there. A little trap right at midcourt. And credit Kevin Baggett with that little wrinkle defensively. And the Jaspers turn it over.
Powell tried to go backdoor. Good hands by Warren Williams.
Yeah, quick hands there by Warren Williams on that steal.
There's Perez one-on-one with Powell. He's going to spin in the lane, throw it up, and almost got it to go.
That's a great take off the bounce by Perez. That's a tough guard there by Powell. Perez took advantage of it. Here it is again on the replay. You see that quick spin move there. Good piece of footwork by Perez. Just too much contact. Perez shoots 2 for the Jaspers.
Leads the league in scoring. And now has 16 points here tonight. And you know if Manhattan's going to come back in this game, now down 16, they're going to look to number 15 to do a lot of that work.
Yeah, it has to be Perez. Again, he just puts constant pressure on the defense. He has had to really work for his 17 points now because in the first half, and they've done it not as much in the second half, they've taken the basketball out of his hands by doubling him.
Mervyn James had a shot at the rim, couldn't get it to fall. There comes Manhattan now trying to further cut into this lead. Perez, double team. Buchanan. Perez on the offensive glass. Brennan will step into a 3. And there's Murray underneath.
2 good looks there from distance by the Jaspers. They could not knock them down.
And did you notice, too, after Perez gave it up, Demencio Vaughn didn't leave. That was a straight-up double team on that possession.
Yeah, they took it out of his hands. They're continuing to do that. I think it's really been a great scout by Kevin Baggett and his staff, taking the ball out of his hands, talking about Perez all game long.
Murray, baseline, teardrop. Loose ball, good hustle, Nehemiah Benson keeping it alive.
That's a great hustle play by Benson.
James, floater, and a whistle. They're going to get Ant Nelson for a foul with 6:17 to go.
Hey, that's Benson once again on the weak side, crashing the offensive glass. And if Ant Nelson wouldn't have pushed him in the back, he would have had that easy putback. So Benson's doing some really good things for the Bronx on the offensive glass.
Ryder up 15. Murray will inbound. Here is James. Now Murray running the show for this Bronx team. In control with his team up 15. 5 seconds for Mervyn James. Finds Vaughn. Underneath, Demencio Vaughn.
What a crafty move by Demencio Vaughn there with the shot clock winding down. Gets it to go down with his offhand high off the window.
Perez back the other way. Missed it the first time, got the second one to fall.
Yeah, what a great play by Perez. With that tip in, he stayed with it. Got his tip in to go down.
Oh, Vaughn threw it off the back of Perez on the inbound, leading to this 3-on-2, and James will shoot free throws.
What a great play. You talk about smart basketball play, because Perez was in total denial position. So the Bronx throw it off of his back. That was great. That's just a great play. Demencio Vaughn, you see him, he's in denial position, and Demencio Vaughn picks it up. It ends up being a great play for the Bronx. James shoots 2 now for Ryder. Misses the first one.
He's an excellent free throw shooter in a 15-point game. And with Mervyn James at the line, that was just a heady play
really
by Vaughn.
Was.
By the way, you always try that, and it never seems to bounce that cleanly off of the other person.
Yeah, that was just like Demencio Vaughn drew it up. Yeah, it bounced back perfectly, and James goes 1 for 2 at the line for Ryder.
16-point Ryder lead. They have extended that lead all second half. With 5.5 to go, Manhattan's going to make a run. It has to start now. And Perez, it's a one-and-done trip.
Yeah, Perez wanted the foul there, but I thought that was a good non-call. It was a bit of a force there by Perez.
Here's Murray, alone for 3.
I don't know if you want that one there. You know, you had plenty of time left on the shot clock. He could have backed that out, ran some clock.
Ojimuno Johnson, the deflection.
Great play by Ogimuno Johnson. Again, we've called his number all game long, and rightly so. He has been terrific on both ends of the floor.
Really has been. A double-double, active hands. As Ryder out to a 71-55 lead. Powell's 3 off the left. Here comes Elijah Buchanan. Perez, spin move at the free throw line. Nelson, a deep 3 is good for Ant Nelson.
Good looking 3-ball there by Ant Nelson. Another assist for Perez. We've got a timeout on the floor, Eddie.
Ryder takes timeout. They lead 71-58 after the triple. Nelson getting the long distance shot to fall. Can he bring Manhattan back? Find out after this timeout. Eighth-seeded Manhattan trailing Ryder 71-58. And the Jaspers, Steve, have 4 minutes and 19 seconds left to try to get back in this one again, try to live to see another day here in the Hercules Tires MAAC tournament.
Hey, there's still time Manhattan is very capable of turning teams over. They're going to extend their pressure here, but Rider cannot lose their aggressiveness in the half court. If they have open looks, they have to take them. Now, you don't want to settle for 3 balls, but look for Ogimuno Johnson on the low block and be patient and attack this pressure.
Vaughn to the jumper, Demencio Vaughn.
Yeah, just like I mentioned, you have to attack the pressure. Great job there by Demencio Vaughn, pulling up in the mid-range, knocked it down on the baseline from about 13 feet.
Here's Buchanan back the other way. Elijah Buchanan makes it 73-60.
Yeah, that's a nice take by Buchanan in the key there. Little teardrop from about 6 feet falling away. That was a nice shot.
3.5 minutes to go. Rider being patient, up 13. There's Murray. Vaughn just knocked down a baseline jumper. Here's Vaughn. Over to Powell. That's off the front of the rim. Diallo. The outlet pass to Perez. Right to the basket.
That is a great play in transition by Perez. Hey, it's just an 11-point game now.
And good hustle by Buchanan. Oh, he was just on the end line.
Yeah, they were looked like they were going to force the turnover, but the Jaspers were. Yes, Buchanan was on the end line, so the Bronx will retain possession. Here it is again, and you see Murray with the basketball. Good quick hands by Buchanan, but he is out of bounds. That was a good hustle play, though, by Buchanan.
73-62 with 3:02 to go. We're starting to see the Jaspers now extend that defensive pressure. They try to get back in this one. Here's Vaughn. Down low. Ogimuno Johnson. Riders checked in Corey McKeithen, so all 3 of their point guards are in the game now. Here's Powell. Murray attacking from the right baseline. Big time block, Roberts.
That's a great block by Roberts. Murray tried the crafty up and under move there, but a great block. We're going to take a second look at it here. That's a nice spin move and step through, but just a better block there by Roberts.
Just 6 seconds for Rider to shoot. 3 seconds now. Step back, fadeaway 3, and it's a stop for Manhattan, who will get it back.
That's a really good defensive sequence there by Manhattan. McKeithen had to heave one there with the horn going off, so that's a turnover. But the good thing for Rider, they used in the last 2 possessions, they used all 30 seconds of the shot clock.
Diallo, Perez, corner, Buchanan a 3. A loose ball tipped over to Ogimuno Johnson.
Manhattan really needed that one. Perez made the extra pass as Perez commits the personal foul. Buchanan was wide open. That would have cut it to 8 at the 2:15 marks, 2:12 remaining now in the game. But they had to take the foul. Vaughn on the line now, shooting 1-1 for Rider.
Bronx are 11 for 17 from the free throw line tonight. Steve, how about this stat? Rider has scored, let's wait till this free throw. They've scored 74 points. Their starters have scored 73 of them.
Yeah, that is an unbelievable stat. And you talk about balance. You know, we talked about balance scoring in our open, Eddie. I mean, that was the big key to this game. And the Bronx have come through as Demencio Vaughn knocks down 2 big free throws for Rider.
13-point lead for Rider. 9 seed trying to advance and take on top-seeded Iona. That is tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Here's Buchanan inside.
It's a nice job there by Buchanan, knocking it down from about 10 feet.
Inside of 2 minutes remaining. Murray spins around Perez. And Rider very comfortable with Dwight Murray in possession and control in an 11-point game.
Yeah, I'm surprised Manhattan didn't take a foul earlier. They have to play it out now.
Powell creates open space for three. Vaughn everywhere here in the second half.
Demencio Vaughn anticipated that miss on the weak side, got the putback to go down as Ant Nelson misses the three ball.
Offensive board work for Manhattan. Diallo will go to the line with 1:14 left.
Nice job there by Diallo there, diving to the glass. It was a foul there on James. You don't want to stop the clock, but the Bronx have it well in hand. 1:14 remaining, up 13. Diallo shoots 2 for the Jaspers.
77-65, Corey McKeithen back in for Mervyn James. Another ball handler on the floor for Ryder. And Ryder is a 1:14 away from a matchup with Rick Pitino's top-seeded Iona Gales. Buchanan on the offensive glass. Finds Roberts!
Big-time flush by Roberts coming down the lane. Ryder was not able to rebound off of that free throw. The pressure continues for Manhattan.
There comes Ryder, quickly down floor. Ogimuno Johnson tried to answer, but a chance now for Manhattan.
Ogimuno Johnson tried to hammer it home, but could not get that dunk to go down.
And Diallo is fouled by Vaughn. 46.8 left, a 10-point game.
Going to take a second look at it here. This is just a great dime by Buchanan to Roberts, who elevates with that big-time flush going down the lane.
I'll tell you, Roberts was allowed a free takeoff there. He would have dunked that if it was a 14-foot rim.
He really elevated as it looked like Vaughn's hand did get in there, but they're going to take a second look. I don't know what the call on the floor was, but they on the floor they did say Ryder basketball, but they are going to take a second look. Hey, there's still 42.4 seconds remaining. Here it is again on the replay, and it did. That was really close there. I think it did go off of Perez. I thought that was the proper call. It was tough. There was a bang-bang play. They were both right there with their arms extended. But that's why they have the technology. You go over and take a look, frame by frame, to make sure that you get the call right.
And they do indeed confirm the call on the court, giving possession to Ryder with 42 seconds left. Steve, down 10 this juncture of the game. Manhattan maybe has one chance or two for a steal before you maybe have to start sending the Bronx to the line.
Yeah, I think one. I think you try one trap. If they're able to pass out of the trap or dribble out of the trap, you have to put them on the line. I mean, you need possessions. Ryder calls a timeout. Kevin Baggett burns one of his timeouts to make sure he's got the right press breaker. You have to be on the same page here because you know in the last 42.4 seconds, this pressure by Steve Masiello's Jaspers team is going to be relentless.
Well, the winner here moving on to take on the top seed tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Ryder led 42-36 at halftime. They've pretty much led throughout this second half, growing a lead that at one point was as big as 17 before a scrappy Jaspers team got back in this one. Like you said, if Ryder can inbound the ball, if they can make free throws, they'll get a date with the top seed tomorrow.
Yeah, they've been impressive, have the Bronx in the second half. They've really controlled this game as Mervyn James is able to pass out of the double, and now Manhattan has to take the foul after they were not able to turn Ryder over. 36.2 remaining. Ryder back at the foul line.
36.2 remaining. Murray will go to the free throw line. 9 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. So a little bit of everything for Dwight Murray in this game. He has scored when they've needed it, but he's really let his teammates take on the shoulder of the scoring load and worried about everything else.
Oh, Murray has been really, really good. And if he knocks down a free throw here, he will be the 5th Bronc to score in double figures. Again, this balanced scoring, the sharing of the basketball by Ryder really has been impressive. They have 18 assists tonight, and that really is sharing the basketball as Dwight Murray Jr. knocks down the front end of the one-on-one.
Again, the Ryder starters have scored all but 1 point in this game as Murray knocks them both down. It's been impressive for Ryder. They jumped out early. Manhattan with a great first half run to come back in this one, but it really has been all Bronx here in the second half.
It really has, and you have to hand it to Ryder. They played unselfishly tonight on the offensive end, and they rebounded the basketball. This was an impressive victory for Ryder.
Oh, no doubt it was, and for a team with as much talent as any in the conference, a date with the number 1 seed tomorrow night for the 9th-seeded Ryder Bronx as they defeat 8th-seeded Manhattan 79-67. All 5 starters for Ryder score in double figures in this first-round win.
Hey, that was one of our big keys. If they are balanced offensively, Ryder can beat anybody in the MAAC, and they were certainly balanced tonight. Extremely, extremely impressive.
We'll hear from Ajiri Ogimuno-Johnson and head coach Kevin Baggett after this big first-round win. Ryder led this one by as many as 17. They win by 12. Let's send it over to our Greg.
Hey, we're here with Ajiri Ogimuno-Johnson. Monster game from you, double-double. Tell me about this effort. Manhattan makes a push. Your team always has an answer. How?
I think he went down to the last game that we had. They really pushed us and shoved us to that place. So we came out with the mentality to be dogs and just go hard when we play.
And you were going hard the entire time. What's your mindset, the way you attack the glass on offense and defense?
We've been getting beat on the glass lately by a lot of teams. I think as a senior coming back my 4th year, I should set the tone for the younger guys to show my superiority as a senior and show the younger guys what to do when it's their time to play.
Excellent. Well, good luck next time out.
I appreciate you.
Excellent. Double-double for Ogimuno-Johnson. Now we'll welcome in Coach Kevin Baggett. We'll bring him over as we're getting ready for the next game here. Here comes Coach coming off of the big win over the Manhattan Jaspers. Coach, congrats on the win. I know you talked during the week about the numbers don't matter. The seedings, throw them out the window. You just need a chance. Tell us about the effort your guys put forward today.
Our guys were ready to play. They were excited. We lost down there last time at Manhattan. They did a really good job against us. We had a good lead. They got after us. We learned from it. We were ready to go and ready to execute whatever it is that they were going to throw at us. It's about us at this point. It's just about us doing what we're supposed to do. We've been in a lot of close games and didn't close them out. We've learned from those mistakes. Obviously, we closed it out the right way today.
You lean heavy on 5 guys and they deliver, all in double figures, huge effort. Tell me about that balance and how do you replicate it going forward?
Well, those guys have been doing it all year long. Not consistently enough because we would have won more, but again, we're capable of doing that. Those guys are capable of doing it. We got some numbers off the bench. Some guys helped us. So we're going to lean on these guys. If we're going to win this thing, we're going to have to lean on those guys in order for us to continue to move on.
Excellent. Well, good luck next time out.
Thank you very much.
All right, Coach Kevin Baggett and the Ryder Bronx victorious. Let's go back courtside to Eddie.
Thank you very much. A 12-point win for 9th-seeded Ryder and Kevin Baggett. They have a matchup tomorrow night at 7 o'clock with Rick Pitino's Iona Gales.
Hey, if they play like they did tonight, Eddie, they will be right there with the very, very talented Gales. The Bronx were impressive tonight.
They indeed were. All 5 starters in double figures as Ryder prevails over Manhattan 79-67. For our entire crew, our producer Joe Ruggiero, Greg Meskel roaming the sidelines, my broadcast partner Steve Eggink, I'm Eddie Acapinti saying so long from Atlantic City. All games airing on the ESPN network are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN. Despite 21 points from Jose Perez, Ryder puts 5 players, its whole starting 5, in double figures in a 12-point first-round win over Manhattan. We've got Fairfield and Canisius coming up next. Don't go anywhere as we're live from Jim Whalen Boardwalk Hall all week.